a grace from God. It's not revival, it's not renewal, but it's an outpouring. It's a specific thing that God is doing in our nation and in Europe and increasingly around the world, where it is a means of motivating the church to get back out and to preach the gospel. Yinka's connection with Cornwall goes back to the days when he was Don Double's right-hand man. Don Double was one of the foremost evangelists in our nation in the 60s and the 70s, has led hundreds, if not thousands, to the Lord over that time. And Yinka, for 7 years, lived in Cornwall, worked in Cornwall, and organised all Don's events, not only in Cornwall but around the nation. So there's no doubt that he has a soft spot for Cornwall and a real heart for the place. And indeed, when this kind of outpouring, when Yinka first heard about this kind of outpouring, which was in 2009, 2010, he really believed that the Lord wanted to come and do it here in the southwest first. And I've heard Yinka say that really Reading was second choice and that Cornwall would have been the Lord's first choice. Yinka wrote to all the leaders in Cornwall at that time and didn't get a lot of response and a lot of feedback, but it did start to happen in Reading, UK last year instead. Speaking with Yinka and the plan in Cornwall, Yinka came down in September last year and talked to leaders. He came down again in February. And what we can do is have what we're calling hubs across the county. So hubs are where groups of churches and groups of church leaders come together to bring the turning to their town. A minimum number of churches will be about 5, and out of those churches we can form teams of believers who can be trained and equipped, who can then go out on the streets. And the hubs in Cornwall are already starting to form. There's a great one already happening in Penryn, Falmouth, and we're looking to form others in Truro and Launceston, Callington, Liskeard, St Ives are already the places where hubs are looking to be established, and I believe there will be others before we reach November, which is when the turning is planned to come to Cornwall.